two kicks here. And so what I did was I triggered another one here to also make up kick two. I gated the first one and then committed that, so there's no noise in it at all. And I'm sending the kick to a bus here, and basically all I'm doing here is the boost here, and I'm doing a cut. I'm doing a cut here as well, which is around the 400 range or so, just to kind of take out some of that muddiness there. And I have another boost here, which is at 8K or so, and these are my boosting cuts here. So, and I'm also sending this to a generator, a signal generator, and so my approach here was to create like a kick sub, if you will, and to do that, I'm sending this kick bus to what I call a kick sub aux, and I labeled it as that so I know what it is. But I'm sending it to this particular bus as well, and I pulled up a signal generator here that I have at 60 hertz, and I gated it. I put up a C1 gate, and you'll notice that it's of course it's triggered when the kick hits. And that again, that's basically, to add a little subharmonic there to the kick, and that was in this template. Now I do the same thing in my mixes now, but I use a what's called Boom from Plug-in Alliance, and it basically and I normally always set it to 100 or so, and so it makes life easier for me now. But same approach. Okay. I normally like to have my bass close to the kick as it relates to the way I'm looking at my tracks. So up on the kicks, the next thing that I normally approach is my bass going up against my kick. So here, what I did was I duplicated the bass, and I started to actually do some processing on this one, but I left it raw on the original bass itself. Duplicated that and pulled up UAD's 1176, and just to add a little more presence there and tame it as well. So that's so you can hear the difference there. And I'm sending that down into our bass, to add a little more grit to the bass as well. And again, I'm going after that nostalgic sound, the old classic sound. So, and to be able to kind of keep that at a certain volume, so it wouldn't go down below. I didn't necessarily want to bring out another compressor, but this is kind of what it does as well with the max volume. So I pulled that up as well, you know, to keep it at a certain threshold. And here, with the snares, let's take a listen at the snares right quick. Okay, so there was a few things I did here. This is the, let me take the gate off here. So you can hear that old classic snare there. So here, if you notice, there are two snare tops. So the approach here was there was a additional mic added on the snare as well, and I processed that one differently in terms of the EQ. I had a 57, and actually because all my other mics were already being used, I pulled out a 414, and I processed that pretty heavy, you know, and added a little more EQ as well going into it. And actually, as a matter of fact, I actually think I ran that through the 737. Actually, most of the time I'm using 737 for bass. You know, sometimes I would do vocals, but I actually ran it through here to capture this.
Mixing is a very, very hard art to master. I know because I've been trying to master this art for several years. That is one of the reasons why I do Mix Mondays. It's a learning environment, and every mix that I do, I learn something new. And I've taken everything that I've learned over the years and we have poured it into our mixing templates. Mixing templates are a great starting place, and we have created several templates that allow you to get up and going quickly, and we have created them for Logic Pro X, we have created them for Pro Tools, for Studio One, for Ableton Live, and so many others. So if you're interested in taking your mixing to the next level, or even just getting started, make sure you check out these links down below in the description of this video and grab your template today. All right, back to the show.
Snare bottom, of course, here. And to add a little attack, I add some triggers as well. I use trigger 2, and I pulled up some sounds. Again, also thanks to Yash Warehouse drum sounds. Again, that another shout out to John Mike. John Mike is all over the place. So shout out to to John for these sounds. So I pull from those sounds to add some attack to the snare, which is and I pulled up 2 instances of those, which is this and one, in which they all make up. And so I sent them to this Q8. Nowadays, I'm kind of going to the EQ with a fab filter, actually. But on this, I pulled up the Q8 from Waves, and you can see here some of the boosts and cut. I'm doing around 200, about 3 dB of gain here. Here I'm right at about 3K here, a boost there, and right at 8K. I'm sorry, 8K. I did quite a bit of boosting here. about 9 dB of gain here, and that gave me that. Hi-hat, I really didn't do anything to. Just panned that. Again, tom, two toms here, so there was really not much work to do there. Okay, and then I just ran those into their own aux or bus as well, EQ'd them, and just did a little notch here around 5K or so, and added a LA 2A here. Overheads. Basically here, I have the C4 to do some dipping here, if you notice here. Without it, I wanted to tame some of that high end on it as well. And sometimes what I'll do as well, if there's too much noise or stuff that's inside of the overheads as well, sometimes I'll bring in at a certain point, some samples of cymbals for crashes as well. So you'll notice here at this one spot here, I bought this in. And that was just to kind of have something else alone to add sustainability there at that point. Okay.
Yo, I hope you enjoyed this exclusive clip from our Mix Monday live streams. We do these live on Monday nights, so make sure you grab the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss it when we go live. If you want to check out more of these, check out this playlist right over here. And if you're interested in taking your mixing or production to the next level, check out the templates and the links that we have below. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. I'm out. Peace.